Welcome to another exciting live session. Today we're joined by the incredible Zahra Maharaj, who is set to host the Sunday Spectacular at one of the biggest Easter festivals of 2026. From live entertainment to cultural celebration, this is going to be an inspiring conversation. Let's get into it. How are you, Zahra?
I'm good, thanks. And you, Siddharth, thank you once again for having me. And I'm so sorry. Pardon me for the hour delay.
No worries. I understand what you are going through, and I always appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you so much. And I know this is not going to be an hour, but we'll try and push for half an hour if we could. Let's see what we can get in.
I don't think it'll be an hour. It's only 6 questions long. So even if we get 20 to 30
Okay.
minutes, that's still good enough for me.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. 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 Okay.
Yeah. To get the ball going, Zara, you're hosting such a major Easter festival. What does this event
Mhm.
mean to you personally and culturally?
Uh, I hold it very close to me, Siddharth. To be very honest, I think since childhood we've been always going to this temple. But before we get into, what it means to me, let's just let everybody know what it's all about, what's happening, right? The festival starts from that Thursday before Good Friday. I actually had to script something for you because I was like all over the place, and I'm just going to read here and there, but just pardon me, and
Oh,
I'm going to be with you, right?
oh,
I think in South Africa, Good Friday holds a very significant cultural and a religious importance, at Hindu temples, especially at Hindu temples. A day for, I would say, like a mass worship, and it is for the goddess Mariamman. And I don't know how many people know this. To some people, it's just the Easter weekend and it's the Easter festival, but there's always something behind it, right? And the worship of the goddess Mariamman, temples such as Sipingo Mariamman Temple and the Mount Edgecombe Temple, they are always packed with devotees who offer a fermented porridge, right? And it's known as a sour porridge to the goddess of rain, health, and fertility. Did you know that?
no.
Did you know that, Sida?
Unfortunately not. I'm not very religious, and I should be.
Oh, okay. No, no, but that's fine because we're here to learn and we're here
Oh,
to share our knowledge, right? So that's what more the festival is all about. It's about the sour porridge, with the Mariamman temples and stuff. But in saying that as well, I think the tradition originated like from indentured laborers using the public holiday, to gather for worship, evolving into like a major annual pilgrimage uh, for solace and renewal, I would say, right? But on the other hand, it's also a very historic significance. And I'm also going to ask you questions here. Do you know the historic significance of the Easter
sorry.
weekend? Did you know? You don't.
Oh,
Okay. So,
no.
so uh, and I'll share my knowledge with you. The
Sure.
historic significance is like, I think for the early Indian settlers in the 1800s, okay, the Easter weekend was the only time, I mean, like they granted leave um, from the plantation work. And that made it a very vital opportunity to visit temples and to maintain that cultural and religious identity. So that's what it's all about. So back then in the days, that was the only time, that was the time that they went to temples. And then all of this was developed in the years, and it just grew and it grew and it just got better and better to where it is now. So now I think we can go with your cultural question that you asked, right? Um,
Sure.
I think it's a very diverse weekend. You know, there's lots of things that happen in that weekend, especially in Durban, I can tell you. But let's
Mhm.
focus on the Sri Mariamman Mount Edgecombe Temple, all right? Uh, So, like I said, they have devotees flooding in from Thursday. At least maybe I was there for a meeting on Sunday and they already had people coming in. Now, obviously, there's
Mhm.
some people that go for holidays during the long weekend and then they prefer to do the prayer before. Okay. So, however and whoever prefers to go when, but the great thing is that they go and they give, um, the devotion to the mother as such. Yeah. So the cultural diversity on my stage, on the entertainment stage, there's entertainment that's happening from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The
Wow.
last program finishes on Monday, I think, at about 5 p.m. So there's artists on stage all the way through. Okay. I like the fact that you asked about, me hosting the function. I would rather say I'm hosting the Sunday. These people
Okay.
delegated to do the other days, and Sunday was given to me. So, um, yeah, great opportunity, I would say. Sorry, I'm feeling so hot, Siddharth, and I'm just me, right? I think great opportunity to bring artists on the platform, and it's something that I love to do. It's something that I love to work with our artists, Yeah, and I'm glad that, I think we've come so far, and I have a phenomenal setup for Sunday. I actually can't wait for it myself now.
Awesome. All right. I have an early question for you in the comments, if you're okay with me showing it to you now.
Absolutely, let's go with it.
All right. This is from Rishchitan. Hi, Zara. What does it take to bring such an event together?
Oh, it takes a lot. You need to be able to maneuver between the things that you do on a daily life, daily basis. You need to be very dedicated. Remember, when it goes public, there's a date given. Public is already aware of it, and we cannot just go there and disappoint what we say socially. And I think it is so important. A lot of time things are mentioned socially, advertised, but when it comes to the actual thing, it's
Hmm,
not delivered as it was advertised. Rather, if I could say to you. So, it takes a lot. It takes a lot, but you've got to give it your all. You've got to keep pushing, and you've got to stay firm on the ground.
that's true.
I hope that
The
answered the question.
yeah, the Sunday spectacle looks like a highlight. What can audiences expect from your role as a compere on that day?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think right now, Siddharth, I'm just going to revert quickly back to my meeting on Sunday. And I think there were some changes, and let's say some very good and big changes, right? Initially my program started, I don't know, I had a video that was going around last week, and I just introduced my artist basically, and like what was going on stage, in terms of music, in terms of our sponsors, etc., giving people the details of where it's going to be, what time it's starting. And I won't say unfortunately, because I actually embraced the change. I took it on. um, and if you know me, see that I'm always up for challenges, right? So my program was supposed to start from 11 to 9, and now it's now starting from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. So it's straight 10 to 10
Oh,
on Sunday. And the changes for that was just because a sponsor had come on board to give us a trip to India. So somebody will be winning that on Sunday. We'll be having a cake cutting ceremony on Sunday. And I remember this is to celebrate the fact that Phoenix turns 50 on Sunday. And also we're celebrating the industry of the buses. I think they also turning 50 this year. And that's so much to touch on, but I'll touch on where I can and how I can. So the Sunday Spectacular, we're starting with young Nagara vibes, right? So once again, to that, I'm not sure if you know, but I'm here to just make you familiar with my adverts. So when you watch my adverts, you know exactly what Zara bringing, or what's the message I'm trying to bring out, right? So Young Nagara Vibes, they are a group of kids uh, that's with the instrument Nagara. And I know from our last conversation, we said that we're going to come and touch up on Nagara, and we didn't, right? But things got hectic, and we still do that. But I think to
mhm.
have a group of kids doing the Nagara, it's absolutely great. It's it's an elation to heart just to know that, just to watch them, and Also, I'm always supporting everybody, but when it comes to the children, I think I have a more like a special place for them, and I would do anything to promote that. So they were supposed to start my day on Sunday, and since my program had moved an hour earlier, um, I really didn't want to bring them in at 10 because they are kids, and I would want them to, you know, how some kids can be Sunday mornings. Not all of us are morning people. I'm not a morning person. So, yeah, so now they would still start at 11, but I had brought Chris Govender forefront, you know, till 10 p.m. and, sorry, 10 a.m. And they're going to help me pull up that 1 hour. Now, obviously, I'm sure you did hear that Kuvesh Nadesan, who's going to be with me on stage as a
Mm.
compere. Kuvesh Nadesan has a history of being on radio as well. He's a socialite as well. Now he's on the number one hit radio, East Coast Radio, right? That's where Kuvesh is at the moment. And I hate to call somebody my co because I always believe respectfully. Um, I don't think somebody is below me. I always think that we're together. So I won't even
Yeah,
call him my co. I would just tell, you know, just say that he's my partner in crime on stage.
yeah,
Let's put it that way. And I hope it's not misconceived because his name is Kovesh, and sometimes I call him Co. So yeah, so you know, I think he's filled with energy. He's very fiery, and yeah, I think the two of us together, we're gonna bring some awesome stuff on stage. Now, remember, we only compeers, right? But compeers play a great role in a day filled with entertainment like this.
yeah. They're the one that create the atmosphere to get the audiences all vibed up.
Yeah, I think so. And it's also just, you know, the way we introduce our artists on stage, the way we
Yeah,
bring them on stage, the way we interact with them. You know, it's a daunting task sometimes. And, you know, I think
cool.
it's more daunting when your audience is not on par with you, if your audience is not interacting, if they're not relating to what we're
Oh,
bringing to them. And then it automatically brings us like, are we doing something wrong? You know, that kind of a thing. So, but yeah, I think the two of us together, like on a normal day, you know, we could just laugh, we could just crack jokes, we could have a very serious conversation. And by the way, here's something very important between Kavesh and myself. So we've
hmm,
known each other for many years, right? Um, but we're so true to ourselves that I think in the years, uh, it wasn't all rosy. You know, like how they say marriages cannot be rosy. Even I think it happens
oh,
even with friendship, right? And this is where our friendship is like so true. It's so authentic. You know, if there's something wrong that I have done without realizing unintentionally, he'll pick up the phone, he'll send me a message, you know. I mean, like, what is this, you know? And
mhm,
maybe at times I would at that point I don't realize, and maybe somewhat only human nature, I might just become defensive of whatever you know he's asking, and then you give it a couple of days, you let it simmer, you let it
mhm,
digest, and then you realize, no, this is the point he was trying to get at, you know. And I think the thing with the both of us is that we listen to each other and we understand each other, and even if we do not give answers immediately, we always give that time to breathe, and then we come out with fresh ideas. Maybe, you know, we were speaking yesterday about something, sorry, on Sunday we were speaking about something, how we need to incorporate, how we need to have games and stuff like that. So we have a brilliant relationship, but it's not a relationship where it's just all rosy and we're just complimenting each other. No, we would not bring somebody down in the relationship, but I think we would rather criticize for the betterment of each other. That's what it's all about.
events like this bring together dance, music, and culture. How important is it for you to celebrate and showcase diversity through entertainment?
It's very important. As a matter of fact, I think that's the importance of this festival. It's very, very
Mm-mm.
important. Bringing diversity to the stage, that's what it's all about, right? Practically, that's what it's all about. And my artists that's coming on board, I've already mentioned to them, you know, you'll need to sing certain songs. Maybe some of them are just coming to do think that they're just coming to do probably a normal contract or whatever. I am bringing that out into my artists. I am telling them, I'm speaking to them, I'm relating to them. Like, these are the things that maybe you need to change. These are the things, like vernacular, for an example, it's Hindi, it's Tamil, it's English.
Okay.
I've got, as I go along, I will be talking about the artists, but I don't know if you want me to start talking about them like right now. Can we?
Up
Can
to
I
you.
elaborate on them? Because it's so
Sure.
diverse, and I think we should, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
okay, let's go with this. So here as well, I have to write as well, right? Uh, before I go with that, I also meant to say, it's a very cultural resilience kind of a thing. The gathering serves as a form of cultural resilience, and where traditional practices uh, including music, dance, food, everything is celebrated in a new context. Everything, right? Okay, let me move with Tesigan Mudley. Now, Tesigan Mudley is an admitted attorney, okay, by
Oh,
profession. And he also stems from a musical family. Now, Siddharth, it's not very rare that a lot of our musicians it comes from the family. I think
yeah.
it's so good to see that the generations are following, from the parents or grandparents as such. And I think Tesigan is one of them. I think he's following the roots of his grandfather. And, I'm not going to read his entire bio, but I'm just going to touch a little bit about him, right? And, he has, I think, diligently been uplifting the Indian culture in the form of music, and he's a very versatile artist. Now, this is what I was trying to get at. When I say versatile artist, he can bring Hindi, he can bring Tamil, to the stage, and it gives the stage a form of like adding dhania to your curry. You know what I'm saying? It just uplifts everything, and
Yeah.
he is, like I said, he sings in different genres, and he creates the diversity in music. He creates it as an artist. He creates it. Now, as much as I might be the coordinator of the day and I'm saying to him and whatever, but remember, these artists are already professionals in what they're doing. You know, uh, yes, like I said, he's a profession. An attorney by profession. But when it comes to his music, he's also very professional about that, right? And you know what? He's also received many, many awards. I don't want to really talk about the awards, but he received awards. And the fact that he's been receiving awards is saying us that he's doing something good. All right. And then we have Chris Govender. Now, Chris Govender, he's a master of ceremonies, generally MC. So he does weddings, he does birthdays, he does events. And I can tell you he's a bomb on stage. He just lights up the stage. He's got this charisma. He just lights up the stage. And when I brought him in as a vocalist because he sings beautifully, right? And he sings let's just say English songs. So he's not singing Tamil, he's not singing Hindi, and now you see the diversity that I'm bringing in. How
Yeah.
do you see it? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
But and he blends humor across the stage, across the stage, and with his presence, and that's a great thing about Chris. And I'm looking so forward. I'm looking so amped to be having him on stage with us on that day. And when I called him yesterday, I was like, Chris, I have a problem. I need to bring you up in the program because he was going to start about 2 somewhere around, and I've got some changes. He's like, no problem, Zara. So see that this is also so important when your artists work with you, when your artists understand you, when they try to understand your day more than their performance, you know, it makes life so much easier on me, to be very honest. And I truly appreciate them. I think all of them just been so helpful. Everything you requested, you get it. And yeah, phenomenal artists, phenomenal, right? And then we go to a legend in our industry, and his name is Tego Naidu. So Sekou Naidu has been a recording artist for the past 50 years, both on radio and television, and a presenter, a compiler, and a religious producer on Lotus FM, right? And he served the radio station for 33 years until his retirement in 2021. Now he has numerous awards, to his name, numerous, and I think I've
Wow.
been present there for some of the awards. Okay, and let's just say, like I started saying about him, he's a living legend and an inspiration to many artists and many individuals like myself. So it's going to be such a humble pleasure having him perform with us on that day. So he as well, he brings diversity on stage. And like I said, when I said the things about him, he knows music, he understands his audience, he knows what to bring, especially on a particular stage. Siddharth, I have to tell you that our
Mhm.
audience, we have different audiences, right?
Yeah.
For an example, the Mandeshkom festival is happening on that particular weekend. On the very same weekend, we have the Hare Krishna festival that's happening on the beachfront, right? However, I think it's different audiences that goes to the
Mm.
Hare Krishna temple, and it's a different audience that comes to the Mariamman temple. Like you'll get a different audience that's going to church, right? Because remember, they go to
Mm.
church Good Friday, Monday, and stuff like that. So I'm more focused on what's happening at the Mariamman temple. I'm more focused on bringing to everybody what will give them solace, what will bring them comfort, what will bring them joy, or what will give them elation, just to enjoy that day with us. That's what I'm bringing on that Sunday. And let me just finish two more and then we'll move on with your next questions, right? We also
Sure.
have Karuna Ilaman. Sidachi is currently the first finalist of Miss Z, the winner of Miss Z. She's a young, dynamic lady and she embodies beauty, she embodies intellect, um, resilience, compassion, and she's also a law graduate, right? So,
Wow.
um, yeah, she's also a law graduate, and she reflects on her commitment, I think, to empowering others, and obviously, um, she's a professional dancer. So you see,
Mm.
it's not only me that want to do so many things. I think when you're given the gift of life, you need to do whatever you can do. You need to reach out to where you can. So yeah. So I'm looking forward to having her as well with me on that day. And I think she's just going to highlight it even better, right? And then we have Kajal Raghuveer Narayan Dutt. Now, this lady is an absolutely gem. She is so um, she's got such a beautiful soul. She's so addictive. You just need to speak to her one time and you're into her. She's got this natural way of captivating hearts. Um, Now, I'm saying natural way of captivating hearts when she meets you, but when she is on the dance floor, she takes your soul away, right? She is
Wow.
so brilliant. Um, you know, and see that she has been self-taught. She has been self-taught. She's vibrant, she's energetic, and she's a very talented Bollywood dancer. Now, she has also performed on big stages with national and international stars, and she established, I think, her dance school since 2013. And the academy also provides a platform for young dancers to develop skills and obviously share their passion on stage. So I also have two more dancers, which is Nikita Naika and Leanne. So they've also been on many stages, Siddharth. They are great dancers. They've been on stages. They've got the experience. They're coming to share the passion with everybody on that Sunday. They're bringing life to culture. They're bringing life to dance, and I think that's what our stage is going to be all about. Hence, we call it a Sunday spectacular, right? And then between
Mhm.
3 and 6:45, we've got Medley Beats. They are a very prominent band here in South Africa, precisely Durban. Yes, they play everywhere. They bring different genres to the stage as well. The music is phenomenal. If I talk about Ratish, the owner of Medley Beats, I know him for decades. We've grown up as kids. We were from the same area in Phoenix, and so he's a master on the keyboard. He's got a lovely voice too. We're still trying to push him to sing more. but I think he prefers the keyboard. He prefers guiding his group to what they bring to the audiences. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them, and I know it's going to be a scintillating, maybe hour and a half with them. But I broke the time. Remember, I said to you 3 to 6:45. In between, that's the time where I'm going to have Karuna Mazdi Iraman that's going to be coming in. And then here's something that's I'm so proud of. His name is Ben Singh. He's not a junior, he's a senior, way senior, because sometimes I call him Uncle Ben, I call him Dad. It just comes out. I think naturally when you with elders and it's just me, um, it naturally happens. I met him for the first time last year when I had done the Maybank Fair, and I got to introduce him and I got to listen to him, and wow, he just blew my mind away. So let me tell you what Uncle Ben sings. He brings back the classics, like Obladi Oblada, things like that. And achy breaky heart. He's got this vibe, and to see a person of that age bringing that on stage, it's so good to see because I think currently we have youngsters that's maybe trying to do these songs, and we appreciate the talent and we appreciate the dedication to music. But when you get somebody that's coming from that era and doing things from that era, it's so fitting. It's so befitting, he just brings out the best. So I'm so looking forward to Uncle Ben as well. Ben Singh, having him on stage, bringing his classics, and he's got a vibe when he's on stage. I remember I said to him last year on stage, Uncle Ben, I know there's a say that women age like fine wine, but I actually think it's men. It's men that's aging like fine wine because he's so awesome. And yeah, and then I'm concluding the day with Flash Entertainers. Now, Flash Entertainers, they don't need an introduction, Siddharth. I don't think I need a bio for them, but or maybe I do. Maybe I need the bio to know what they write about themselves. But now that I don't have that, I'm just going to tell you what I know. As a child, I grew up with them. They've been always there. Um, they attained the name the Great Flash Entertainers, and they were once the most popular Nagara group. Everybody knows them. If somebody says Flash Entertainers, everybody knows what it is all about, the dancers, the music. And I'll take it one step, back, that Mickey Kilavan, that was the dad of Sanju, who's now taken the reign of Flash Entertainers. He was phenomenal at what he brought on stage. He brought diversity. And if he knew that you are a vocalist and you're in the audience, he would call you and he would give you the mic to sing. He always gave people a platform, and people loved it. People loved it. It made people good dancers like myself. I'm talking about Flash Entertainers itself, and then grew many other Nagara groups. But like we said, we're going to take that on another day. That's just
Yeah.
going to be about Nagara. So we're going to have them
Oh,
closing up the day, and that Sunday. Um, I think it's great that I have them um, coming on last, and we're going to be closing in style and welcoming our Easter Monday in style and with a smile, right? So yeah, that's all that. And do you have a question, or do you want me to continue, or do you have a question from anybody?
no, I know. I do have a few more questions. So I think
Okay.
my comment question did touch on it, but it's a two-part question. I think it starts with
Okay.
what goes into preparing for an event of the scale and plus, and how do you it creates a memorable experience for attendees? How do you ensure?
You're going to have to repeat that for me, Siddharth. Sorry, man.
Sure. No, no problem. It's actually a two-part question. It's what goes into preparing for an event of this scale, and how do you ensure it creates a memorable experience for attendees?
Okay, so if you're asking me how does it ensure a memorable experience, I think on that day we create memories, right? We create
Yeah,
memories,
yeah,
and I think right
yeah,
now we are in the phase where we creating. the ambience of the event. That's how where we bring in the adverts. And I'm sure this is going to go, everybody's going to watch this as well. They'll have a better
Yeah,
insight about it, right? Uh, we promised to bring you, and when we say we promise, we keep to our promise.
of course.
We have such a phenomenal lineup, of artists on stage. And here's the thing: what's added onto the day? We're giving away an India trip, on that day. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to come maybe to win it. And for
Yeah.
those who just think, so, it's an India trip and we don't want to win it, they are coming to enjoy the day that we are preparing for them. Remember, this is just not like going into the kitchen and making a sandwich. This is preparing for weeks now, at least over a month or so, right? That we are preparing for this
Wow.
event. And if we are preparing so much and we're giving our heart and soul into it,
Mm,
trust me, Siddharth, when I tell you with no exaggeration and no egoism here, there's sometimes
mm,
that I feel I'm neglected because of my planning, and that's exactly how it is. And I'll elaborate on that just now. So I can really ensure, promise that we're going to be creating memories. And remember, we go around, we take up pictures with people, we make them part of the event. We don't just sit there and be entertaining people. We don't do that. We get people to join us. We get people to dance. We get people to get involved in games. We give prizes away. And then here is the biggest highlight of my day for that Sunday spectacular. I'm going to be given 500 senior citizens from different entities that's coming to the event. 500, excluding the
wow.
senior citizens that I'm already going to be having on the day that's going to be present, right? So we've got Ronnie Veeran that's come on board. He's made goodie bags for everybody, and we're going to be giving that to everybody. Lunch is going to be given to them. We're going to make them very special. And I'm also looking forward to the fact is that I get along better with senior citizens than maybe people my age. I don't know why. I can't answer why, but I think it naturally just happens that I'm so much into the senior citizens. I can just
Mm,
fit with them. They just fit with me. It's like I just know what they like. And not only for the Mariamman Temple, at other events as well. When I'm involved with the senior citizens, I feel the day had just been absolutely amazing because we just gel. It's not somebody coming to sit and watch me and hearing my boring voice on stage. No, but that as well, I don't keep for too long because at stage compares, we have a balance of how much we speak when we come in, and I think I'm going to be speaking very less on that Sunday on the 5th of April, is because I want to give more of my airtime to my artist. If they had given me their dedication from day one, since the first call, and they are on board, I'm going to try and give them every second of that fame on stage as I can. And that I can promise to them. Yes, there would be breaks in between the day. We're cutting the cake, remember, I said, for the bus associations.
yeah.
Now, remember the bus associations back then, in Phoenix, it was a huge thing. Everybody traveled with the bus. Everybody had the favorite buses. It was different colors. It was different names. It created a vibe. People in communities started having a bus family, that if they went to work from a Monday to Friday and the weekend was a break, they looked forward to going back on Monday to see the familiar faces, and these are some of the things that the buses created. We had some very dedicated people as well. And if I can remember, it was I was so much younger, but when I was going on buses and when I traveled on buses, we had these people help the elder people on buses. So, for me, I think being human is first for anything. You have to be human. You have to help. You got to give. You got to share. And some of them had that. So it'd be so good to be seeing some of them on that Sunday, sharing the stage with them. I believe there's some bus owners that's going to be coming. There's a lovely gentleman. His name is Zeno Aberdeen, and he has come on board. He joined us for the meeting on Sunday, and he shared what he's going to bring to us. I think he's got somebody that's going to be giving speeches and cutting the cakes. They're going to be having a special tent dedicated just for them, only for them. And in that tent, you would find like maybe monuments, banners, stickers of buses back in 1976, right? And I'm so chuffed because I was born in 1976 as well, right? So all of the celebrations is coming in on that day. And also, he's bringing one of the old buses from 1976, thereabouts. I'm saying thereabouts, on the grounds. Doesn't have an engine. He's going to have it towed. He's going to have it there as as a centerpiece, for people to go in, watch it. It's one of those half-nose buses. I don't know if you would know, but it's from back in the days, right?
Oh,
So there's so much of activity that's happening on that Sunday. Um, I won't say I'm scared, but I think I'm super excited right now. I'm super excited to deliver it page by page on that day. I'm like over excited. Yeah, and with me is Commissioner Jason that's equally excited, and yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a dynamic one.
awesome. You've worked across radio, production, and live events. How does hosting a festival like this compare to your other creative roles?
Okay, I think with radio, television, and even personally with the stuff that I do, like with writing and stuff, I think
Mm,
you are restricted. Let's talk about radio. The ease things that you need to follow.
yeah.
Or everything else, right? You need to follow it. However, with this, the field is mine. You know,
Mm,
the field is mine. Um, Oh, I wish I had Manchester United like this. I had the team, so I can say the team is mine and do what I could do. But this is just me. I just bring lightness to a conversation. So the thing is that I'm open to the day. I'm making the changes where I can for the best interest, not for myself, but for the audience. We're doing it for the audience. We're not doing it for us, right? So I think I don't have anybody saying to me that you cannot do this or you can't do that. Yes, we come from a
mm,
board of committee. We do have come from a board of committee which is well respected, and I think they hear me out at meetings as well, and I hear them out. I stick to things that I'm not supposed to be doing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and with what I'm given, that's where I'm saying the field is mine. I choose, I refuse, I plan, and I think the biggest thing for me is having these artists to be on my Sunday spectacular. I couldn't ask for anything more. So it is very different. It is very challenging. I've got to say it's very challenging. However, I'm enjoying the rush. I'm truly enjoying the rush.
awesome. Lastly, for those attending the Easter Festival, what message or feeling do you hope they leave with after experiencing the Sunday Spectacular?
Well, I think on any given day from the Thursday or even the week before, I think it's a very spiritual, uplifting week, right? Let's put it to you like that. I think if you're coming there for the purpose of giving a devotion and dedication to the mother, I think that itself doesn't need anybody else to tell you that you need to leave with something. That's a personal thing
Yeah.
between you, God, and all of that. But coming to the entertainment side, I can promise you that they'll be waiting for the next Sunday. They'll be waiting for the next Easter Sunday. That I can tell you. Definitely.
Wow.
There's so much to be shared on the ground. Um, I know they're going to be sitting and they're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting because it's like this, right? It's like you having a good meal, you're having your starters, you're having your main meal, you're having your dessert, and then you still want to have more of something and more of
Mm,
something because everything is so good. You with me?
mm,
But
yeah.
in terms of not this is good in the sense of uplifting your soul. It's for your soul. It's what makes your soul happy. And remember, Siddharth, there's a lot of people that maybe in the Easter weekend that are alone. So they come and they
Mm,
join us for the day. It's our duty to make them part of the day. It's our duty to make them enjoy the day. Create memories. Memories are not only created for us because we're comparing. No, we have so many platforms that we go on, right? But we focus on our audience. We focus on giving them the best and bringing them to the best. Hence, we have such a great lineup. And I've said that like so many times. And I'm sure by now, my artists, they know what I'm expecting from them and they're going to give off the best. To be honest, I won't say that I'm expecting from them because I know what they can do. For me to have them is because I already know what they can do. But obviously, just to have the straight line and make sure that the program goes well, we just coordinate here and there. And remember also, it's not just phoning them
mm,
one time and it ends there. It doesn't end there. Sorry, I'm so perspired, Siddharth. Mind me. It
no
doesn't
worries.
end there. We we continuously speak. We continuously speak. We continuously engaging with each other. We always talking. If there's changes, we are talking. And now remember, I'm not speaking to one artist. There's an array of artists that I'm speaking to, right? Some of them are working, like for example, Tesigan. I mean, he's an attorney, admitted attorney. So during the day, I cannot liaise with him. So it's
Mm,
after hours. So I need to now make that time for, those that I can liaise with during the day and those that I have to liaise with after hours.
mm,
And then I have the day where I have my own things going on. I have my own stuff to do. Then I have this to do. There's other things that I'm working with. So the day is really, really full. Like last week, Thursday, I was wondering what happened to Wednesday. On Thursday, I thought it was Wednesday because I don't know what happened to Wednesday. So I think when you give yourself into everything, when you give your best to everything, you're going to get the best out of it, I think. So I can ensure everybody's going to leave there with such a vibe, with so much of energy. Sometimes you can come home, and this happens to me sometimes, Siddharth. Sometimes we leave home on a bad note. It could be for just
mm,
anything, right? Example, it happened to me on Saturday when I went to a function on Saturday evening. I didn't feel good. I kind of missed my dad, and there was like so much of emotions. And I was like, should I go? Should I not go? Okay, I'm going. I'm just gonna go. Let's see. But when I reached there, the people that I met, I interacted, and that entire bad vibe changed to a happy vibe. You with me? So sometimes when
mhm.
people come there, they meet other people, they talk to other people, and that's what the day is about. It's about engaging, it's about communicating, it's about enjoying, it's about dancing, eating. It's everything. You're coming there to have a Sunday spectacular.
Awesome. All I gotta say, Zara, thanks so much for your time and yeah, best of luck with the event.
Thank you so much, Siddharth. We're going to catch up on some other events that I'm also doing, and I think that would be very good to, highlight those events as well. It's big for the community, it's big for the society, it's big for the Indians. Let me just say, it's very diverse as well. So,
Mm.
yeah, we will talk, and sometimes if I miss your chats or whatever, but I would respond when I can. So pardon me on that one. And once again, I'm so sorry for being an hour late, but yeah, we
No
managed to
worries.
get this done. Yeah. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Siddharth. You have a blessed day, and
You
you
too.
have yourself a blessed Easter weekend as well. If you're not doing anything, come and join us for the Sunday Spectacular. Just come and say hi to us.
Sure. Sure.
All right.
Take care.
Okay. Take it easy. Bye bye.